Rule number two is that technology can be kind of helpful.
Is this coming back to the me watching The Office
It is coming
before
back
I
to you
go to
watching The
bed?
Office.
Okay.
So, technology can be kind of helpful. What I mean by this is that you can use technology as a sleep aid to help you fall asleep. But what I find is that there's a lot of people who really demonize technology around bedtime and say you shouldn't have your phone in your bedroom, you shouldn't have a TV in your bedroom. These things are really bad for your sleep. But that's not always necessarily the case. In my own research, I do a lot of research on bedtime procrastination, which is a pretty random phenomenon to get into as a
Is is
researcher.
this the revenge bedtime procrastination?
Yes.
Yeah, I've heard about this.
Yeah.
And I do it quite often.
Yeah, when you delay your bedtime
Yeah.
intentionally. So I researched this. I have done all different types of studies on it. And one study I did, we sat down and we interviewed a bunch of people to find like why do people do this to better understand their behavior? Are there any themes that come out of all these interviews that we do? And one that came up with every single person that we spoke to was that they needed wind down time and they needed me time before they go to bed to help them unwind and de-stress, and it actually helped them sleep better if they had time to wind down. The problem with bedtime procrastination is that you get into this habitual behavior where you're doing this and you can't stop. So there's no end point to you actually having this wind down, and this wind down turns into this maladaptive thing where you can't stop and it's kind of impacting your sleep overall. But to have some structured technology time in the evening or before you go to bed, not necessarily bad. So finding that thing for you can really help you de-stress, because stress is such a common cause of people not being able to fall asleep, having insomnia, waking up during the night. So if we can really manage and tackle our stress, it can really help sleep. And technology can be a tool that we can use to help us with that.